It's time for Be in the Driver's Seat with Regina, the Queen of Car Loans, and mental health expert, Dr. Teresa Moore. A Saturday morning mix of cars, credit, and wellness created just for you. Brought to you by Joe Lunghammer Chevrolet of Waterford. Plan your next vehicle purchase or get your credit rolling in the right direction with Regina today. And now, Regina, the Queen of Car Loans, and Dr. Teresa Moore.
Good morning. You're listening to Be in the Driver's Seat, and I'm your girl, Regina, the Queen of Car Loans.
Good morning, everybody. It's Dr. T. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday. So we have our little niece, and I shouldn't call her little because she's a grown woman now. She's grown now, but she's still a kid to me. Right? She's still a kid to me, right?
Well, yeah.
She's still a kid to me.
Yeah.
I don't care. They're still kids. I don't care. What age are they? Still kids to me. So we got our own niece in the studio this morning.
Good morning, y'all.
Introduce yourself. Who are you?
I am Makenzie Ford.
Come through, Makenzie.
Come through. So Makenzie joins us once a month. We get super excited for her because she brings that young audience. She brings the youngness in the room. The youngness. Do you feel young today, Dr. T?
I'm young every day.
Okay, but you about to hit that 50-ish, so.
Don't be putting my business in
Well,
the
you
shirt,
told the whole
okay?
world your birthday was coming up for the last 2 months.
Well, that was last week.
That was last week?
Yeah, my birthday is last week.
Okay. Okay, so now we're on the Detroit Praise Network. We're on the Christian station. She's telling a tale. Was your birthday last Tuesday?
It was.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
I missed your birthday.
It was. No.
Okay, so she's telling a tale. Stop it. Her birthday is
January
I did miss
24th.
it. You're right.
My birthday is January
I did miss it.
24th.
I did miss it. You're
Is
right.
not this
In other
the
words,
Saturday
I didn't.
after?
In other words, I didn't miss it. We talked. Sometimes the queen just have too much going on, right? She does. She does. Happy Saturday. So
Y'all help me in here. Okay? I'm just gonna ask for a little help.
everybody needs to help the queen, right? Help the queen get focused, right? So, Makenzie, what you got going on? How was your week? What's going on in your life?
Well, y'all, I had a good week. I had a good weekend. I recently got a job promotion.
Come through.
So I'm really excited about that. And just all around blessed and thankful.
Well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about your job promotion. Yeah. How did it feel to get promoted? What are you doing now?
It feels good. It feels really good because out of everybody, they chose me. And basically, I'm the EC for my job.
What's EC?
It's almost like a manager role, but it's not. But I'll be running the front end of the store.
Okay.
Yep.
That's good. Okay.
Being the leader.
Come on, leader. Destined for success. Come on, you are the leader. I'm
Right. You said you're not the manager, but what?
I'm kind of like a manager, but I'm not in that manager
take that
role.
out. Take that out.
It's a leadership role. Let's just say
that's
it like
it.
that. Leadership
that's
role.
what I want to hear. It's a leadership role,
Leadership
right?
role.
I love that.
Because you've been leading ever since she was 14.
She was leading before then.
Was it 14? Well, you were there, right after, and when Makenzie was in her mom's stomach.
Oh Lord, here you go.
You were there. I gotta give out a shout out to her mom.
Yeah.
Your mom. What's your mom's name?
To Noah Flagler.
Shout out to my girl. Let me just tell you about the family. They support the queen. I love them, because due to the fact is we support each other. And then guess what? Guess what's happening today, Dr. T? Guess what's happening today? Besides my other niece that she just became my niece recently, right? But she's always been a part of my heart. Everybody in the room has bought a car from the queen. Everybody.
I'm a veteran in this thing.
Oh, okay, you okay. Hey, you was buying cars before I became the queen, right?
Listen, yeah, definitely.
Before. So now let me just tell you about Dr. T, y'all. I gotta take my glasses off on this Saturday morning.
Y'all help me in the studio.
So now where Dr. T would come in, she would just call me or text me. I want this, I want that. She have her list of what she wants, her needs and her wants, the day she wants to pick up her car, what time, And, I met all her last couple demands.
Except one.
Except, what was that last one?
My car wasn't ready the day you told me.
Well, the thing is, though, we had a COVID shortage.
Yes.
The car shortage, like our COVID shortage. The car shortage, and, what you wanted was not on our lot. And it had not gotten there yet. And in the past, we never had that problem.
I know it. But I still drove 2.5 hours back early so that I can get my new car.
And then what I didn't tell her till she got to the dealership. It wasn't there.
Sure did.
So.
And I was at a Christian a Christian conference, but I was when she didn't tell me, it wasn't good.
And the only reason I did not tell her was because the vehicle, we thought when we looked it up, because we have a way of looking up where the car is, it was supposed to be in there within that hour. And it wasn't there. And I figured that it would get here, right? And then I would have a chance to get it cleaned up, right? And get it taken care of, go through service. And then I would give her a gift card to go eat and then come back and get it. Because I knew that I had actually put her off for a month of getting on her lease because her car was not here. So I did actually do some extra things for her.
She did,
for Dr. T. She got a couple of gift cards from me. She was very mean to me, but we got through it. She wasn't mean. She just was expressing how she felt.
That day.
Yeah, she was, and I had never seen that before. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I loved her.
It's okay.
I'm still gonna buy my next car from her.
But she wouldn't treat her client like that, right? And she, she wouldn't treat her sister. Well, you would treat your sister like that, right?
Like that.
But she wasn't a lot mean to me, a little different, And I was like, well, what can I do? You can't do nothing. I was like, whoa, I can't do nothing. And she still hadn't apologized to me. Can I get an apology today? Because I'm still hurting. I'm still hurting. I'm still hurting. I'm sorry?
I apologize.
I was still hurting. I mean, sometimes.
So listen, y'all know the queen is a little dramatic. So, we got through that. But yes, I will always purchase my vehicles from her. But I'm so excited today. So let's get it. What we doing today?
Well, I wanted to have that conversation with you, and I was trying to bring Makenzie in to show y'all some love this morning.
Yeah, what we doing?
Makenzie got that promotion. Yeah. You apologized to me. So we have Neveah. Neveah, what is your last name? Bledsoe. Yeah. Neveah Bledsoe. And Neveah Bledsoe is the owner of Focus on Your Own Bag.
I'm going to give you. First of all, can I please just tap in and say how I love Focus on Your Own Bag? I'm loving that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Neveah, I know Regina's getting ready to introduce you. I can't wait for us to get into this.
But so I'm going to give you a little bit of history on Neveah. Neveah, how old are you?
I am 20.
She's 20. She's been in my life probably since, she's actually been in my life all her life, right? 20 years. Why? Because I sold her mother a car. I've sold her mother cars. And I remember when her mom, what's your mom name? Give your mom name.
Candace Brooks.
Candace Brooks. Shout out to Candace. We love you, Candace. I love you.
Happy birthday, Candace.
Birthday. No, her birthday had passed.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Her birthday passed.
Happy belated
birthday, Candace. Yes. So let me just say this. So Miss Candace Brooks bought a car from the Queen when I was at Auburn Pontiac. So we go way back 25 years ago. So I remember before she even thought about having you, before she had you. Mm-hmm. She had your brother. And then, you came along and she was so excited. She's like, I'm having a baby girl. And I'd never seen her that happy. I'm like, you having a girl? I'm thinking to myself, so what, right? And she's like, no, Regina, I'm having a girl. I'm having a girl, right? Of course, I'm saying it's because I don't have any kids. So... But anyway, I remember when she had you, and then also, you were in my nonprofit program, yeah. Queen's Future Successor, my nonprofit, and she actually finished the program. She was able to get her business license, get her bank account set up, and then, over the years, before you became 16, me and your mom had sessions, right? And I say sessions because on the last week, I talked about how I'm a therapist. So I didn't know your mom problems, but she said, Regina, she said, I want to get my daughter ready to buy a car. And I said, you need to do this, that. I said, one thing you need to do, you need to add your daughter as authorized user. You need to get her a couple trade lines. Then when she comes 18, you need to let her get her own credit card. And I walk your mom through the process over the years. And, I had no clue that she listened to me because she did ask. And you purchased your first car from me in your own name. So congratulations. You were 19 when you did it?
Congratulations.
I think it was 18.
Oh, right. She was 18.
Yeah,
right?
it was 18.
She was 18. Yeah. So she purchased her first car from me at age 18 because her mother, Miss Candace Brooks, followed the steps that the Queen told her. So I'm just going to put a little quick nugget out there, a quick little thing out there that, the Queen, you're going to be able to get your own course with me. Do a 4 to 6 week with the Queen through my nonprofit. And I'm going to tell high school students and adults, how do you buy your first car? Walk you through the steps on what you need to do. So look out for that. So tell us a little bit about your company, about you, Focus on the Bag. How did you come up with that name, Focus on the Bag? Because I need to focus on my bag right now. I'm focused right now on my own bag.
All right, so I came up with Focus almost 2 years ago. when I lost my grandmother. It was actually a reminder to myself because I got off track of being focused. I was using, going to shopping as a distraction, hanging out, and instead of grieving, I decided to ignore the pain. You know what I'm saying? And I was off track instead of focusing on things that I need to focus on. And my brand is really more so a reminder to myself to always focus and never get off track regardless of what happened in life. You know what I'm saying? Things may come into your life, but it's always to make you stronger.
That's good. Oftentimes when we are faced with trauma, we try to self-medicate, or we try to, like you said, find an addiction like shopping and just doing things that to help numb our pain. So I'm very glad that you noticed that this was happening to you and you took that energy and put it into your own brand.
Yeah.
So congratulations. But let me ask you this question. So what made you come up with the name Focus on My Own Bag? I know it was in the lieu of your grandmother, right? Mm-hmm. But the name Focus on My Own Bag, that's like, let me look at my own bag.
Yeah, so actually, I'm the type of person when I get in my thoughts, or once I get in my thoughts, or if I have a lot on my mind, I draw or I journal. Mm-hmm. And doing that really helped me figure out what I need to do. And it's just like writing things I need to basically accomplish down. And so I came up with about like that. And at first it was just Focus. I came up with a logo, simple logo, Focus. And then as I, went through and did a few trials and errors, I came up with Focus on Your Own Bag.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, Neveah, I really like that. So let me ask you this. Is it a clothing line or is it like a movement? Which one is it?
It's more so both. So it's a clothing line, but it's also going to add more so motivation to others and also a reminder to others. You know what I'm saying? It's not just a brand, but it's also a reminder to those that need that. Because a lot of people do need motivation regardless of how much they show it,
How old are you?
I am 20.
Oh, okay.
Same age.
Talking like she 30.
But that's what's up, though.
She's talking like she 30.
But I love this, though, because she has a message behind her brand. And oftentimes when you have a message behind your brand, people don't mind wearing your brand because it's a message behind it. So you said that it's a clothing line. Do you specialize in big girl clothing?
Yes, I do.
Come through. I love it.
So we are supposed to be, we're supposed to do a little collaboration with us, with Neveah, because we wanted to actually, wear her brand, wear her shirt, support her. So we're still waiting on that with you. You let us know. We know you're young, so it's not like you don't have to give it to us. We can actually pay for it.
Oh yeah, we got $2.
Don't think. Yeah. So we can actually pay for it. So give us a design, let us look at it, and then get it made.
Okay.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah, I got it.
So we giving it to you right now. We just said we'll pay. Just so you know, you come on the show. We don't pay for we don't pay for you bringing us stuff. But you're 20. You're getting it going. We want to invest in you. We want to put money in your pocket out of our own bag.
Come on, I love it. Listen, I want to focus on my own bag. She making me look and see. I'm looking for my bag. So Regina, I know that Joe is on the line. It's time for us to take a break. So we'll be right back after we take this quick break because we have some bills to pay.
Hi, Joe Longhammer from Longhammer Chevrolet here with Regina, the Queen of Car Loans. What kind of deals do you have right now, Regina?
This tax season, I'll match your down payment up to $500 on any new or used vehicle.
So if a customer brings $250,
I'll make it $750.
if they bring $500,
I'll make it $1,000.
when you come in, just ask for Regina, the Queen of Car Loans.
Ha! It's good to be the Queen of Car Loans.
Yes, Joe knows.
To find me and this limited time deal, Google Regina, the Queen of Car Loans.
Chevrolet, find new roads.
Are you sinking farther and further in debt? Tired of living paycheck to paycheck? Facing garnishment, repossession, or foreclosure? Thinking of filing bankruptcy but still have questions? Call Lewis Law at 248-785-3780. Attorney Lewis has over 20 years of experience handling Chapter 7 and 13 bankruptcies. The bankruptcy code is complicated, and you need an experienced attorney to guide you through the process. We can take care of your bankruptcy and probate needs. Call Lewis and Law, 248-785-3780. We are a debt relief agency. We can help people file for bankruptcy under U.S. Bankruptcy Code. Paid non-attorney spokesperson. We're back and you still listening to Be in the Driver's Seat, and I'm your host, Regina. I think everybody need to sing when they come back on, so I'm going to introduce everybody, right? Let's see if we can do this. I'm going to go first, and we just go back. You know, Dr. T, you always just go. I'm going to start over there. I'm going to start over there with my niece, my niece, Makenzie. Just blow. I'm going to start with myself, and I'm going to come to you. Regina, the Queen of Car Loans, and you are?
Makenzie.
Makenzie
Ford.
Makenzie Ford, the lash what? What?
I'm going to say the lash artist.
Makenzie Ford, the lash artist. And we have
Nevaeha Bledsoe.
Nevaeha the Bledsoe, the owner of Focused on the Bag. And Dr. T,
Listen, I'm not singing. So good morning, everybody. It's Dr. T.
You always kind of like just get out of focus sometimes.
You know, I'm be focused on my own bag. You know what I'm saying?
Take it away, Dr. T. I have no words for you right now.
It's Dr. T. Y'all know who it be. But listen, we back with Nevaeha. Nevaeha, come on.
Hey.
Listen, let's get back into it. So you were saying that Focus on Your Own Bag has a message behind it, you know, and I love even your logo. Your logo, it shows the bag, but when you're looking at your logo, it's a whole message in it. So how did you come up with your logo?
How did I come up with my logo? Oh, goodness. Actually, one of my brothers was like, you know what, Nevaeha, you need to add something more to that. So I'm like, I do, don't I? So I went home, you know, looked at Google, looked at a few other things. I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do. It took me a few days, and that's how I really came up with it. I'm like, okay, I like this. And then a lot of people was like, okay, I like that. And I'm like, okay, yeah, this matches the message. So
okay, cool. So now that you're branded, what is the focus from here on out? Like, what direction are you going in?
Do you mean with clothing, my message, or what exactly do you mean with that?
I want you to tell us about Focus on Your Own Bag. What direction is Focus on Your Own Bag itself going in?
So it's going into more so of a positive message, a reminder, and then I also want to help other people within like the mental state. You know what I'm saying? Mental and emotional is more so very, very important, regardless of how much we post on social media, how much we wear designer, what we do, we still be in that little box of mental. You know, I don't know how to explain it, but we still have a lot going on behind the scenes. So it's my message is more so to help others and be there for them.
That's good. At least you sit next to a therapist, right?
Yeah.
so I can help you through that. But, you know, so that's good. Maybe we'll collab later.
I really love that Focus on Your Bag because, like you said, sometimes we let our mental get us off track. You know what I'm saying? And so us as young women as well, I like that, you know, focus on your bag because we can get so caught up in other things and we forget about ourselves and, you know, our bag, which is our money. You know what I'm saying? So I just really love that. Like, I really cannot wait to wear your brand and to promote that brand because to me, that is really dope. And I could see you going a long ways with that. You're going to be like the next Coach or Louis Vuitton. You know what I'm saying? Something big like that, you know?
Thank
good.
you. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's speaking life. I love how the Gen X are speaking life into each other, right? But I have to piggyback off of Makenzie. The fact that you want to address those that are dealing with mental issues or maybe struggling is a whole nother thing, because now we see in the world mental illness is on the rise. Just even in our city of Pontiac, we just witnessed those that live in Pontiac witnessed a young woman and her 2 children pass away because she was suffering with mental illness. So there's always a need. There's always a need for awareness. There's always a need for somebody to help. And this message is helping others know that it's okay. It's okay to say I need help. It's okay to reach out and say, I can't do it by myself.
Amen.
So I like
Yes.
the fact that you want to get the message out, and you're a young woman, so you're letting the Gen X's know, you know what, there's help available. So thank you for that.
So how do you? So I can ask this question to both of you all, because you have the younger Gen X generation. How do you deal with stress? How do you deal with it? What are your steps that you take in order to have a stress reliever? Because now, hopefully you invited all your friends to listen. So how do you deal? How do you deal with stress?
Me per se, I like to have my life structured. Like with stress throughout the day, I like to write down things I need to do to be organized. When you're not organized, that's something that causes stress. So I like to be organized for less stress. I like to think logically sometimes more than emotionally, because our emotions can
Say that again. You like to think what?
logically instead of emotionally all the
Oh
time.
wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because like emotions will like get you everywhere. But if you sit down, analyze what exactly that you're going through, analyze what exactly is happening, sometimes you realize things aren't as big as we make it seem. So when you analyze that and understand that, it'll help you get farther too. I like to journal with, if something's on my mind, instead of, just going to a person and just rashing out or just blaming everybody else for problems. I like to write down what exactly is going on and how did I do what I did to make what happened happen, and reflect on those and like understand what exactly is going on.
Well, you're very, very mature for your age, because you kept me in order with her buying a car. She kept me in order. I think I had 4 customers when she was looking at, I was doing the process, and she was like, what do I need? Tell me what do I need? And then after you got your car, and I gave you some instructions of what you needed to do, you followed everything. And then, if you have a question, after now, even though I think it's been almost 2 years, right? So you're in my text and you're asking, and then if I don't respond because I forget, guess what? I'm getting another text. I'm getting another follow up. So kudos to you and your organizational skills and just being in tune with yourself. So kudos to you.
Thank you. I
And kudos to
appreciate
your
that.
mom for raising you to be the young lady you are.
Thank you.
So what I like to do with relieving stress is I wouldn't say block out the world, but I like to just put everything on do not disturb for a second. Like I try to get myself together and realize, okay, this is what's stressing me out. This is what's making me anxious. This is what's making me upset. So let me just block out everybody for a second. I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to light a candle. I'm just going to relax. I'm just going to reflect. Even if it's just playing my game, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to put my phone
What
on
game
do
you
not
playing?
disturb. I love Candy Crush.
You should have seen that look and that way their head moved. I love Candy
I
Crush.
love me some Candy Crush. Like I will admit, I love Candy Crush, and that is like my therapeutic thing. Like before I go to bed and before I go to work, I have to play Candy Crush, and music as well. Like music is very therapeutic to me. Like whether it's gospel music, whether it's rap music, whether it's jazz. So my advice to all the young people that are dealing with, stress and anxiety or whatever it is, just block out the world for a minute and focus on you, and focus on and evaluate what it is that's making you stressed and making you upset.
Yeah.
I got a quick thing with that. Never allow the bad to overpower the good, though. Never, ever, ever allow the bad to overpower your good.
That's good. And so I like that, because no matter how bad it seems, it's always some good that can be found into that. But what was really interesting about what both of you said is kind of accountability. You both are taking accountability for what's happening. So because I know that this is causing me stress, let me take a back seat. Let me tune out the world. Let me think logically over emotionally, because emotions can have you make a quick decision and make a decision that will cost you a lifetime of headache, right? And so I like the fact that you guys are talking about that, and you're well beyond your ages right here. So I'm sitting here like I have some people that are very aged and they have yet to say these things, but so I'm very excited that your parents poured into you, and this is the outcome of that pouring. So yes, accountability. You both took accountability, and I love that. Good job.
Accountability. Did you want to say something, Kenzie?
No, I'm okay.
So we gotta give credit to the foundation. We gotta give credit to their parents, their mothers, their fathers. I don't know any of the fathers. Yes, I do. I know Makenzie dad, but I don't know your dad. But we got, I'm always relating to the mothers on all the shows when the kids come on or the youngins come on, right? Mm-hmm. And the reason I do that is because I know majority of the mothers, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm not saying the men, y'all don't have a play. I'm not. So I got to give y'all credit because y'all, if you're involved in your baby's life, I'm giving kudos to you.
So what's your dad's name, Neveah?
My dad's name is Trayon.
Congratulations, Trayon, and congratulations, Norman Ford.
So we you know what? And
all stepfathers and uncles who played a role in your life. So we don't want to leave anybody out because I know it takes a village.
And the grandmothers
we
and
were
the
talking
grandfathers.
About the males. We was talking about the males, so I'm sorry.
Okay, well, shout out to the
grandfathers and all those
uncles
who played a role. Every uncle, every cousin, everyone who played a role in you all's life, we want to give kudos to them because guess what? It takes a village to raise.
So Neveah, you have an uncle that's very special in your heart, right? Let's talk about your relationship with him. What's his name?
My uncle Dan.
What's his full name? What's his first and last name?
Nevaeha Bledsoe.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And so let's talk about that because I remember, he brought you a couple times to the sessions and we had a couple conversations each time. Yeah. I was like, oh, and who are you? Because, but no, I had to do that because, someone to come pick up, coming to pick you up. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to find out, okay, and does the mom know you're picking them up? Well, let's get Candace on the phone. I don't care what Neveah says. Let me get Candace on the phone. So your relationship with him, let's talk about that relationship with him. What kind of advice has he given you being a male?
A lot of advice. My uncle is like my second dad, actually. Okay. That's my dad's twin. He's a business owner himself. He's a full-time entrepreneur, and he teach me a lot of things, and I teach him a lot of things that, we exchange information, with me buying a car from you, before I bought a car, he was telling me, like, you better make sure you have this, you better make sure you have that, He was like, if that car break down, you can't depend on everybody, you got to make sure you depend on yourself. And he was just giving me a lot of advice towards life, like with me wanting to move, me wanting to be an entrepreneur, and leveling up as a young person. He does give me a lot of advice and always support me.
Wait a minute, you said leveling up.
Right, but so
leveling up.
Leveling up. What's that? What is that? What's leveling up?
Leveling up, such as like me being able to be a full-time entrepreneur one day.
Is that boss up? I mean, is that? Yeah. Okay. This new trend. You have to.
We talked about that.
You have to stay up on it. Come on, level up. I know it was a song. Somebody was saying level up. But I'm just trying to understand here. Okay, cool.
But so what you said that what did you do? What did you do for him? Because you said we help each other. So how are you helping him?
So how I started Focus, he wanted to start a clothing brand called American Revolution. He just didn't know exactly where to start. He's a full-time entrepreneur, but he's not a clothing entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? Oh. So I taught him how to make shirts, how to use the press, and which vinyl, which shirts to use, which quality is good and which is bad.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Oh wow, that's some. Those are nuggets.
Yeah, those are nuggets, and the Gen X's got it right.
They got it. They got it. Any last words, Neveah?
I just appreciate everybody in my life. You know, even if it's bad or good, everything taught me. You know, and I just want to say I appreciate everybody in my life. Even if they're no longer in my life, I still appreciate them being in my life.
So how can people support you? What's your website name? How can they reach out to you?
My website name is focusonyourownbag.com. All social medias are Focus on Your Own Bag. I have TikTok and Instagram. I do not have Facebook, unfortunately, but
that's that Gen X. Is that that's that Gen X?
I don't know. Because I know most Gen X's have Facebook.
I'm on Facebook.
I don't do Facebook as much. You know, I market from Instagram and TikTok is a big marketing right now.
It
Is it?
Oh, TikTok is the number one marketing tool
That's where I'm
right
getting
now.
my love from.
That's why I'm on there.
That's where I'm getting my love from. And I'm is that right, Makenzie Leigh?
Some money. People getting paid for content creating and all of that.
Well, yeah, I'm working. I'm working on that. I'm working on getting
They have
that.
you can win some money now. So they got a contest going on now.
What's the contest?
Your best video.
Okay, I'm always running my mouth about cars and credit, so
I don't think that's
that would be
issue,
not
though.
the best video.
Well, it's not
Right.
like that. It's like the best video in your caliber. I think it's probably going to be several best videos.
Okay. Well, I'm watching some people. I love my TikTok account because I'm on there. I'm doing it. And I'm getting paid from Facebook, and I just got getting paid from Instagram. So I am looking to get more of my content up to do that.
To
So
level
that's
up. Wait a
my.
minute. Level up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm looking.
You
The
gotta
queen
level up,
is
of
looking
course.
to level up. Level up.
Listen,
So
she can focus on her own bag.
right. Hey, I've been focused on my own bag for years.
I know
need to
that's
get
right.
but the queen wants to level up more. You heard it this morning from the Millennium? No, Gen X. Okay, I'm on another show named the Gen X. You heard this morning from the Gen X. And so we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. We're going to take a station break because, I got a text from Joe Longham and said, Regina, it's time for a break. And Neveah, thanks for joining us this morning. We'd like to have you back real soon.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
for inviting me.
All right, thank you.
Hi, I'm Dave Wilkie, Service Manager at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet. Since the 1950s, Joe Longhammer and his family have been honored to service your vehicles. With 112 years of combined service experience, we can take care of any concern you might have. From warranty work to routine oil changes, we treat your vehicle like our own. Call now to schedule a next service appointment at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet. Stop by anytime, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Get your vehicle serviced right every time. Call 248-683-7100. That's 248-683-7100.
Chevrolet. Find new roads.
My name is Marilyn Walker, and I am your advocate attorney. For over 25 years, I've helped your friends and neighbors by providing solid legal advice and strategy during difficult times. My clients will tell you that I am experienced, knowledgeable, caring, and reasonable. If divorce, custody, support, or visitation are critical issues facing you, stop worrying and call me, Marilyn Walker, the advocate attorney, at 248-332-2227. Allow a skillful lawyer to advocate for you.
We're back and you're still listening to Be in the Driver's Seat. Again, I want to thank Neveah, the owner of Focus on Your Own Bag, for joining us this morning. It's always good when we have Gen X in the studio. And we still have our niece. She always going to be my little niece. I don't care what she says. She probably did you just find out about me saying that? Is that the first time you hear me saying that?
What, little niece?
Yeah, you going to always be my little niece? I don't care how old you are.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's how it is. Everybody knows that. Now you know that. So, but Dr. T,
What's up?
Hey, ladies, I want to talk about tips on buying your lease out.
Let's talk about it.
It's important that you get your pen and paper ready because, a lot of people right now are buying their lease out, even though honestly, I encourage you not to.
I want a new car, queen.
Right. I encourage you not to. I'm sorry, I do. Because let me just tell you this. When it comes to buying your lease out, most dealers don't want you to buy your lease out. You know why? Because that's not how we make money. We don't want you to buy your lease out. We don't. But I'm going to give you some tips on buying your lease out because I know there's some people that are listening that are thinking about buying a lease out or they might know someone. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to share a little bit of light this morning on that.
Let's get it.
So one of the things about, I need to share why we don't want you to buy your lease out. For one, when you buy your lease out, you're not coming back to us, right? You're not coming back to us in 2 or 3 years to buy a car. When you lease a car, you lease a car for 2 years or 3 years, and then you buy your lease out. The average person that buys a lease out, they buy a lease out for 5 years. So here you are, you have 8 years in one car, right? It's not like you can't trade it in, but then guess what? We don't want that. We don't want you buying your lease out, even though we will. But let me just say this. We don't make money because you already have that car. So what we're gonna do when you come to the dealership and get a car from us, we're gonna want you to buy warranty. We're gonna want you to buy time wheel. We're gonna want to sell you an aftermarket product, right? So that we can make a little bit of money. Even if it's $200, even if it's $300. But what we're doing now is that because when people are buying lease out, we do it as a common courtesy. We don't get paid, just so you know. And not saying that you care whether we get paid, but just know that if a salesperson you're buying your lease out and you go back to that salesperson, and if that's still your person that you have a relationship with, they shouldn't have a problem with it. So just know that.
Okay. All right. Well, I like the fact that you're, even tackling this topic, because me personally, I like the idea that I can get a new car. I want to get a new car every 2-3 years. I feel like I deserve that. But I do understand why people would want to keep their cars longer. So, yeah. And one of the things is I believe that the relationship, once you form a relationship with someone, you want to see them every 2 to 3 years coming back. So I'm sure that you want to keep the relationship going.
Another way, in other words, when you're looking to buy a lease out, you don't have to go straight to the dealership either. You can go get your own financing, right? Go get your own financing. You can go to your credit union and go to your bank. If anybody knows me and they listen to me, I'm very into credit unions. Why? Because credit unions are for the people, by the people. They'll give you that lower rate. They'll be there if you have, if you're in a crunch and you need something, they'll be there for you. If your credit was good at one time and then now it's bruised, or what most people say it's bad, then they're for you. The bank's not going to give you, like Chase, I belong to Chase, right? If you got bad credit, they ain't give you nothing. They're not going to give you any money. They're going to want you to be at that certain tier. And then credit unions are for the people, by the people, all the way. So what I'm telling you now is that if you want to buy your lease out, get pre-approved. You call your leasing company. If you're leasing through GM Financial, you're going to call GM Financial and say, what's my buyout? But if you have your contract in front of you, on your contract is your buyout price at the end of your lease. And it's a set price. So back in the day, because I've been in the business for 25 years, it was where we could finagle that price. We could finagle your price on your buyout. Can no longer do that. GM Financial and the leasing companies, besides GM Financial, whether it's Ford, Chrysler, they're looking out for you. That price is your price.
So let me ask you a question, Regina. So if you're doing a buyout and you see on your lease term what the buyout is, when you buy that vehicle, say if you walk in you want to pay cash for it, you walk in and buy it out, is there still warranty, manufacturer warranty, still on the vehicle, or do you encourage people to buy warranties additional at that time?
Well, I would encourage you to buy additional warranty at that time. That's a good point, because it just depends. If you do a 2-year lease and your warranty is 3 years or 36,000 miles, right? So you have some manufactured warranty left. But I'm always say, if you're looking to buy your lease out, you want to come to the dealership and you want to get that warranty because you want the protection. People may say, I haven't even used my warranty, in my lease. Well, okay, well, good. But now you're talking about buying your car.
Well, so does that mean, like, even when you purchase a new car, right? So is the car still considered new 3 years in, right? Well, a newer vehicle. So does the manufacturer themselves say the engine is good for 100,000 miles, or is that standard, or you have to buy a warranty?
You don't have to do anything. You don't have to buy a warranty. And the reason I am telling you should buy a warranty because you always want to cover yourself, And then the main thing, let me just say this, I am not for, and notice my voice change, I am not for you buying a warranty where someone calls you on the phone and say your warranty is up and you get a warranty. I had 2 customers recently in the last couple months, matter of fact, the same month, right? It was November. They both came in. One bought a new car from me, and then one bought a used. The person on the phone finagled them into getting a warranty. They told them, you know what, I need to sell you this warranty, because when you buy a new car, a used car, you're on a list. You're registered. They have a list where they can know that you bought a vehicle. So they're calling you to sell you a warranty. Do not get an aftermarket warranty not besides the dealership. But the reason I say this is, unless the credit unions, they sell warranties, and I don't even support the credit union selling them. And I'm gonna tell you why in a minute on that one. The reason you don't want to call with somebody over the phone about a warranty, because do you know where you're going to be able to service that warranty? Do you know whether that dealership you're going to is going to be able to service that particular warranty? It's very important that you do that, right? And why is it important that you don't get it when someone calls you? Is because CarShield, Joe Longhammer Chevrolet does not accept CarShield. CarShield takes 6 months to pay on a warranty. Now, we're patient. We'll give you 30, right? In some cases, depends on the situation. But we're trying to get our money for the work. If it's 30 days, it's just transmissions, the engine, and that may be different, right? But nobody's going to wait 2-3 months for their money from a warranty company. And CarShield is very inexpensive, but does every dealership service it? Accept CarShield, And then if you get a warranty, whether it's from a credit union or not, you want to make sure that we offer it. We accept it. And the reason I don't say get one from the credit union is I know they got to make money, and maybe it'll be a little cheaper, because if something happens on that with your car, is your credit union gonna call the warranty company and say, hey, you know what? Maybe they're 1,000 over the miles. Something happened. They had this pre-existing issue, right? Can they help you? Because with us, we can look up into the system, and we know if you get your car serviced at that particular dealership, then your service history is there. Or if you get your car serviced at another dealership, then, if it's on the Carfax, it's accessible. But if you have that relationship at that dealership with that one service advisor, if he's not there, maybe you get to another one, you're in the system there. They'll go to bat for you because you're servicing with us, right?
So you brought up Carfax. So is Carfax mandatory? Like, does people, every time a car goes to be serviced, is it mandatory that information is put into a database so that any consumer can look it up?
Well, we actually put everything that we do on Carfax, right? Because we want people to know. If we take a car in on trade, yes, we are obligated to put it on there, right? Because is it like the Bible? Yes. But no, it's not like the Bible too. The reason I say that is when you have people that service their vehicles, they may go somewhere and they may tell the person, you know what, I don't want this reported to my Carfax. Now that are those servicing mom and pop shops, right? That they listen. And I'm not blaming them, right? Because let me just tell you, I got my Range Rover I had back in the day when I was living in Macomb. I got some work done on my vehicle. I got it fixed. The guy did it better than what the dealership would have did it, right? He did, right? He didn't report it. Now, did I ask him not to? I didn't ask him not to report it because it was a lease vehicle, right? But he didn't report it. He said, Regina, I don't even mess around with Carfax. I said, okay. I didn't have a problem. But it was my old neighbor that lived across the street, right? He owned a junkyard, and his friend owned a repair shop. And they took care of my vehicle. But he said, if you need to report to the Carfax, I can't help you. And I said, well, it doesn't matter to me. It's a lease vehicle. I just need this vehicle to look like it did when I turned it in, like when I bought it for when I turned it in. And he did a great job. So when you get a vehicle from us, we'll provide you the Carfax. If we don't give it to you, then you ask for it. I may forget to give it to you, but you may have to ask. But if I look on the Carfax and the car has been damaged, and I looked, because 80% to 70% of the time I do, right? I would say, well, this car's been in an accident. Now, maybe sometimes that I have not because I was busy, but we're not going to sell a car that has been put back together. We're not going to sell you a car that has a salvage title that's been put back together. It was in a flood. We're not going to do that. So if you have a salvage title, we'll take it in on trade, but we can't put it on a lot. But then we're not going to give you that top value for your car at all. So Did you have something to say, Makenzie? Because I know you was over there. I'm sure you're the Gen X, right? So share your thoughts.
I'm just like really intrigued and interested in like what y'all saying. That's why I haven't said anything, because I learn a lot just from listening to what y'all talking about.
But being a new car owner yourself, because you recently got a car, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so
from the Queen,
from the Queen, right? So you have a car yourself. So these are buying tips that if you decide that you want to straight out buy your car, Right. And so these are tips that you can use, and especially with her telling Carfax. So now you're gonna ask for a Carfax, or you want a Carfax on any car now. So that's good information, Regina.
Well, Makenzie, you do have something to share. Is because, and I know I'm getting all off topic here, and if you guys want to hear any more information, if I don't get to share anything else about car tips or buying out your lease, you can go to my YouTube channel, Regina, the Queen of Car Loans, and credit and subscribe, because you'll be notified every time I drop a video. But I'm looking to get my viewership up too, so you can be notified. But I do a lot of videos that will help you. Whether you're looking to get your credit together, I can help you with that, because I do credit repair, even though we do have Kathy Washington, a financial coach, on, and she does help you with that too. But I also on that team too, I can help you do that. So if you're looking to credit together, you can reach out, or you can go to my YouTube channel and follow and watch my videos. But yeah, so you bought a car, Makenzie, and what are some things that you can share about not just about your experience, but some tips of what you think that young individuals as yourself need to look for? Even though I'm getting off topic, because she's here, I got to give her some time on with the mic, because she loves the mic.
I would say be ready for whatever that they ask you, for what it is that you need, whether it's credit, whether it's money, or whatever it is, and find the right person as well, and build that relationship with that person as well who you got your car from. So
that's good. And so, Makenzie, how was the car buying experience for you? So I know there's a list of things that the Queen asked you to bring in, right? Mm-hmm. So how was the overall experience for you purchasing a car, your first vehicle that you purchased on your own with your own money?
It was a good experience. It was really good. It was a smooth and good experience, I would say.
But not just smooth.
Of course she's going to say that, because I'm right here.
But wait a minute. How did it feel getting keys in your hand and driving off the lot in a vehicle that's yours?
It felt good. It felt really good, because I felt like it was something that I had worked hard for, and then like when you wake up the next morning, you be like, dang, that's my car outside. Oh, I get to go anywhere now, you know what I'm saying? So it was like a good experience, So yeah.
Would you say anywhere?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'll be everywhere.
Miss Flanagan gonna be like, you can go anywhere. She was like, you Flanagan. I'm sorry. What's the noise? What's
Flagler?
Flagler. Okay. Flagler.
Get y'all.
I don't know.
Not y'all.
Okay, she gonna get you.
But honestly though, seriously, so Makenzie had already had a car, but when you get a new car, like you hitting the highway,
listen,
you like we going on a road trip.
I was out.
Listen, life is a lot different.
Did you say she was out?
Yeah, you just think about it. When you get a newer car, you can jump in it, and it's gonna start. You're gonna do what you need. You can do what you need to do. That's a whole nother lifestyle. So that's why I wanted to ask her this.
The automatic start hit different too when it's snowing and when it's cold.
What you say?
It hit different.
Listen, I just want to say I was laughing because I seen her roll into the car the other day, getting in her car, and I'm like, I see you. She had all her bags and stuff. She was flying to the car.
Ready.
She was ready, and she got in her car like, right.
You when you being the age you are setting the tone for your life, for what you're doing, and you're setting the tone for younger folks and older folks. And I say older folks, older people, is because you are so mature. That's why we chose you to be with us, right? Because you know how to wear that older hat, you know how to wear that young hat, and you have all the personality to fill up the room with us, right? And with us, we always look at how to just make you to be a part. You know, we do have something coming up real soon, and we'll be visiting a place, and you're going to go with us, you know, and we're super excited to take you is because of your maturity level, because we see that growth, right? And we see where you're going. And also due to the fact that we want to give you your kudos and continue to elevate you. Yeah. We talked about that on our last show last week, about elevating, about giving people their
recognition.
Their recognition.
And telling them thank you now, yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, Regina, I did want to say this real quick. You know, shout out to Nevaeha, too, Bledsoe. Because this young lady, she purchased a car as well. And I'm so excited about the Gen X's because you all are out here. You're doing things faster than we ever did. Like faster than the baby boomers, faster than that's Regina.
Faster than baby boomers.
Regina, baby boomer. Yeah.
See, now,
you know, even the millennials. You know, the millennials and the Gen X. You guys are doing things much quicker than we were doing them, and you're more fierce and bold, and you're out here. So I'm so excited about that. So kudos to you, Makenzie. Kudos to you, Neveah. Good job.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, we do have a few minutes left, Dr. T. So, you know, let me just talking about buying your lease out. If you want to buy your lease out, I gotta say this again. You can go call GM Financial or your leasing company and get that price. If you don't have your contract around, you can call them and get your price. Get your own financing through your credit union or your bank if you want to go to a bank. And then you can also go right to GM Financial and let them know what you want to do. The one thing about coming to the dealership when you buy your lease out, even though we don't get paid for when you buy your lease out, and yes, we're going to be trying to look to sell you an aftermarket product that you need or that we feel that you need, we're also going to take care of the paperwork for you. We're going to type the paperwork for you. You're going to sign the contract, and we're going to make it convenient for you. So sometimes it's not all about getting paid for a service. It's about doing a courtesy. Let me say that again. Sometimes it's not always getting paid for what you do. It's a courtesy, okay? Because I do a lot of things before I sell people a car. And that person might not buy a car from me. Might be setting me up for that next purchase maybe a year later or 2 years later or 6 months. So I am constantly planting that seed, you know, and this one reason why that I do a lot of videos of giving content. And this is why we do our talk show, you know, be in the driver's seat, right? One of the best advice I can give you is if you missed it and you didn't listen to the show, listen to this last part. I'll give you all the nuggets that you need to begin buying your lease out. All the other tips I was going to share is not even important because when people give information, you know, you got to take those 1 or 2 things that's going to help you, anything that you do. Because even if you take notes, even if they give you 5 things, I think one video I gave a person 9 things, right? You're only going to remember and take notes on 2 or 3 things. You have those 9 things written down, you're going to remember those 1 or 2. But Dr. T, let's talk a little bit about, and you too, Makenzie, you know, we're doing being the driver's seat. What's our focus for 2000? You know, we need to talk about why do we call ourselves be in the driver's seat? Let's talk about that.
Well, as you said, and we say it all the time, being in the driver's seat is really putting you in the driver's seat and being able to get your goals accomplished, being able to, one of the things we do is educate. We educate, we build up, we inspire, but also we're empowering you to take your position.
I forgot we got to take our last break.
Okay.
And we're going to continue about putting you in the driver's seat. Regina, the Queen of Car Loans here with Joe Longhammer Chevrolet. If you're looking to get into a new or used vehicle with affordable rates, I can get you financed today. My lenders are making unheard of deals where others are simply cannot. This month, ladies, I'm hooking you up with hair and makeup from Glamorous Rebel Hair and Beauty in Sterling Heights for the first 10 people who buy a new or used car from me. You'll be riding in style with the Queen, Regina the Queen of Car Loans. Just Google Regina the Queen of Car Loans.
Chevrolet, find new roads.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Whether you're relocating to Michigan from another state or another country, moving across town, upgrading, or downsizing, Brenda D. Davis from Century 21 Town and Country Real Estate is your locally known home purchase expert. Buying or selling your home is a complex process. Let Brenda simplify it every step of the way. Brenda D. Davis, the realtor that moves you. Call 248-909-9711 and get moving on your new home purchase or sale today. That's 248-909-9711. Call now.
All right, you're still listening to Be in the Driver's Seat. I'm your girl, Regina, the queen of car loans. Yup, you guys know me. You can Google me anytime you want me. If you want me, if you're looking to buy a car, looking to buy a new Chevy, Buick, or GMC, or if you're looking to even buy a Ford, I can help you buy a Ford because we have a Ford store now. And you go to my website, Regina the Queen of CarLoans.com, ReginaTheQueenOfCarLoans.com, and you can put the application in, but you can also, we have our inventory, new and used, on my website. Yes, the Queen has grown up. But Dr. T, go ahead. It's showtime. It's showtime while we are trying to finish up.
Listen, so we were talking about the theme for being a driver's seat, and it just goes back to us empowering individuals to take their seat inside the driver's seat and push for their goals, their dreams, their admirations, and helping you to move further. So that's where we're at.
So move further. What did you have something you want to say something, Kenzie? Come on, Kenzie.
Well, I heard you say what is the goals for the being in the driver's seat, and I would say the goal is just to put everybody on and see everybody succeed and everybody win and elevate and level up, as Neveah said. Just to see everybody succeed, and that's what it's about. And like Dr. T said, it takes a village, you know what I'm saying? So people to look back and say, well, I remember when I was on a radio show, and look at me now. You know what I'm saying? They're a millionaire, they're a billionaire just from being with people that can help them in the village.
Yeah, that's good.
So when you think about being in the driver's seat, we think about for one, I want to put this on the top right now, is mental health.
Yeah.
Because if your mental health is not right, you won't be able to do anything.
Yeah, self-awareness.
Yeah. So mental health, self-awareness, that's key. Because, everybody doesn't inspire to be maybe great in one thing. Some people want to be great in everything that they do, right? Mm-hmm. But I encourage you, pick one or two things. You may have those other things that extra money that you're making, and that multiple streams of income, but have those one or two things that's your focus. So we want to put you in a business driver's seat, whether mental health is number one. Car, if you're looking to buy a car, we want to put you in the driver's seat for that. Even if you're not looking to buy a vehicle from me, we just want to make sure that you are, you know that process and you understand that process.
Yeah.
And
even beauty-wise,
yeah.
If you need your lashes done, if you need your makeup
yes.
done, if you, even if you're doing a celebration, you want to buy a cake, or if you're purchasing a house, or if you need to get your credit in order, we have a whole team of individuals that we work with so that you can stay in the driver's seat, and not just get in it one day.
And so let's talk a little bit about our team. So we have. We have Makenzie, right? We have Makenzie, right? Makenzie.
We got the Young Destined for Success.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then that she's on once a month. And then we have Brenda Davis, the realtor that moves you. So if you're looking to buy a home, you're looking to buy your first home, a new home, doesn't matter, a new home, it doesn't matter, home, a new home, old home, it doesn't matter. You're looking to find an apartment or a house to rent. Brenda Davis, I was about to call her by her whole government, she can help you.
Yeah.
And then we have Kathy Washington all the way out of Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah,
if you want to get
financial coach,
you want to get your credit together, she can help you with that. And who else do we have?
Then we have the millennials that come on once a month on the first Saturday of the month. Lachey McCathar and Sierra Warren. We have the Master Baker, and we have Lachey McCathar, the Glamorous Rebel. If you want to get your hair and makeup done. And then we have Alan. Yeah, Alan Garbasic. And Jay. Yes. I can't think of Jay's last name right now, but we have them from Powalski. We have them too from Stockton Mortgage. So if you're looking to buy a house, we got the finance. You can get the financing from them. And if you're looking to refinance, I'm sorry. No, I was just saying we got a new young lady that'll be joining us soon. Who is that? We have Nyla Johnson that'll be joining us soon. Nyla. How did I forget about Nyla? Then we have, check this out, let's let the cat out the bag.
we have Gil Garrett.
Yes.
Gil's going to be joining us too.
Yes.
Yes.
Gil Garrett. So we'll be having that community piece to keep us up and what's going on. So I'm excited. We have a great team that's with us.
The village.
The village.
The village. Any last words today, Dr. T?
You know what? Today, I just want to say allow yourself or give yourself permission to heal, to feel, to deal, and to heal.
Yes. Makenzie, what's your last words?
Everybody just make today better than yesterday.
Oh, say that again, young lady.
Make today better than yesterday.
We got all this wisdom in the room today. What are we going to do here?
We're going to keep driving in the driver's seat.
Keep driving in the driver's seat. Yeah. So if you want to reach out to us, what is our email address, Dr. T?
So our email address is be in the driver's seat. The driver's has an S, seat at gmail.com. Be in the driver's seat at gmail.com.
So if you want to be a guest on our show, go to our email. If you have some information you want to share, go to our email and let's chat. Then also we got to get back in because we're supposed to be giving away some shirts from.
Yes, DJ Cuddy has some shirts called Grateful, and we do have them, and we want to give them out to you. So we will be giving out shirts in February. It's Valentine's. It's the month of love. So we will be giving out some shirts in February.
And then we're going to be doing some other things. We just need to get it figured out. We're going to do something and invest in someone where we are going to be doing some things for some people in February. All right, guys. Have a good week.
Yeah, happy Saturday, everybody.
Happy Saturday, everyone.
You've been listening to Be in the Driver's Seat with Regina, the Queen of Car Loans, and mental health expert, Dr. Teresa Moore.
Brought to you by Joe Longhammer Chevrolet of Waterford.
Be in the Driver's Seat, a Saturday morning mix of cars, credit, and wellness created just for you. From Regina, the Queen of Car Loans, and Dr. Teresa Moore, thank you for listening.